What's up, guys? So on the last episode, we threw the coilovers on. Oh, there we got a palm in the camera. We threw the coilovers on. The next step, now that we completely jacked up our front suspension, is to give it an alignment. And what we're going to use is actually really simple. So we'll flip this camera around. All right, we're doing what is called the string alignment. And the reason we're doing this is because the last time that I had Firestone touch this car, they completely f***ed it up to the point where the front tires chewed themselves up in about 200 miles, and that was about 100 miles into drag week, which was part of the reason it took us 10 hours to get from Atlanta to Darlington. Anyways, so I have kind of a motto of being self-sufficient, which means doing as much as physically possible to the car myself. So what we're going to do is, first part of string method, you may have seen this in other videos. They have some contraption that goes on the front and the rear of the car. It's actually even simpler than that. We take 4 jack stands, 1 in each corner. We run some string from front to back on both sides, right? Like you just saw, string, string. They need to be parallel. So in this one, I've got them at 89, 88, something like that inches. Step 1, the strings have to be parallel. Then you have to center the car in the strings. So the fronts are at 11 something like that inches. The rear is at 8 and something inches. Parallel lines, and then the car sits centered in that. You're gonna get everything on the car the way it is going down the road or the racetrack. So, in here, see if I can do this without jacking up. All right, we've got cinder blocks, dumbbells, and a bag of concrete. That adds up to 185 pounds. That is what I weigh. Second is you're going to adjust the tire pressure exactly how it would be either going down the track or the road, whatever the case is. I've got street tires on the car right now. They are all set to 35 PSI. Next is to adjust your ride height, since all these things are each thing is going to have a cascading impact. From side to side, this is within 1/16 of an inch. The rear is within a 1/2 inch, but the rear is not adjustable. Since we're talking about the rear, the anti-roll bar has to be disconnected. If you have a sway bar, just disconnect that. Anyways, set the ride height. Ride height in the front is 26¼ inches. Next, if you're going to adjust the caster, you would do that. I'm not doing that. So then the next step is to adjust the camber. We're going to do that. You see I've got a 4-foot level here. We're doing that with a plumb bob. What you're going to do is you're going to measure the top of the wheel to the string, bottom of the wheel to the string. It happens to come out to 4 15/16 top and bottom, meaning that front tire is perfectly parallel. You're going to do that on both sides. Once you've got that done, you're going to move this out of the way because you don't need it anymore. And you're going to adjust. Do the same thing. You're going to adjust measurement from the back and a measurement from the front. We are actually really, really close already on this side. It happens to be 12 inches exactly on the front and the rear. You're going to do that on both sides. And then depending on what you're trying to do, you're going to adjust your toe. I'm going to try and get it to within 1/16 of an inch on both sides. Anyways, all that being done, said and done, that's pretty much all there is to doing a string alignment at home. And that's going to get everything except for caster straight. Hey guys, thanks for watching. The string alignment method worked like a dream. The car goes down the road straight as an arrow. I can let off the steering wheel and it just goes. It works at 60 miles an hour. It worked on the racetrack on slicks at 130 miles an hour. It just works. If you stuck around for this long, consider liking, subscribing, whatever. Maybe you share this with a friend. I'm not your dad, but it would mean a lot if you did. Anyways, store, link in the description. I'll also put it down here. There's shirts, there's stickers, there's calendars. We're going to be going out to LS Fest again. We'll do another calendar for next year. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good night.